BackChat podcast powered by Fleet Network, of course. Me, Dan Const. National representation is what I've been doing.
You're an Australian fister.
You're an Australian fister.
Fisting for the country.
You're one of the best fisters in Australia.
Absolutely. Yep. Sandover medalist Hamish Brayshaw.
Thanks.
Yes. Welcome, Hamish. And
stop doing that.
Hamish.
It's done. And recently self-proclaimed Will Schofield, one of the best ironers going around.
Wow.
Loves to bloody iron,
You were
this
happy
guy.
with that comment today, weren't you?
Are you an ironer?
He loves an iron.
I enjoy ironing.
Yep,
you know how
sure.
some people like
Yeah, of
cutting their
course.
lawns?
Yep.
Some people like, cleaning their bedroom. I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
two pretty stock standard examples. Yep.
I like
Ironing.
ironing,
Okay.
and I'm good at it.
Yeah.
I'm very good at it.
I
Very
like
good at it.
doing the dishes, not in the dishwasher. I like washing the dishes,
Oh,
hand washing
see.
my dishes. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a few of those in the family.
I think it's quite therapeutic.
See, that's
Do
what
you
I
use
said about
gloves?
ironing.
No.
Because if you use gloves, right, and you get the water really hot, it's just so much easier to clean the dishes, and you don't get like the wrinkly hands.
Is that the reason for using gloves?
Well, also like people get like eczema and stuff when they use soaps and water a lot, But also you can get it piping hot, and it's
Yeah.
like,
I don't think though, if my brief knowledge of washing dishes is anything to go by, I don't think the temperature that you can get water to in the sink is enough to really make too much of a difference. Like it has to be so fucking boiling hot for the
Right.
cleaning properties of water at a high temperature to
Yeah.
your gloves aren't doing much.
so you fill the sink and then
I
wash
raw
the dishes
dog it
in the
yeah.
sink.
I'm
I
a big
raw dog it.
dishwasher
Yeah.
guy. Big dishwasher.
Yeah, sure.
Get as much as possible in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got no interest in cleaning dishes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Who does your iron? Who irons in your house?
Never
No one.
iron it.
Yeah,
ever.
I don't iron either.
Wash-
I find that I
wash
hang,
and
shirt.
dry.
I hang up my shirts on coat hangers
Yeah.
to dry, and they
Yep.
just they
I like
don't.
a t-shirt, like what a shirt, like you're about to go to the Sandover medal. You're about to win the biggest award in the state for football.
Yep.
What's happened to your shirt? It's not just hanging there in a crinkled heap.
No, it's washed, and then when it's washed, it's like hung on a coat hanger, and it just dries without crinkles.
Dries flat.
You're flat out lying.
No, that's what happens.
Let's move on.
And then once you
Sure.
put it on, it like your body flattens out the little crinkles.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Flat out lying.
Flat out lie. Hamish, you watched cricket last night?
Did I ever? Fucking hell.
I didn't, and you did, Schoey. I have no clue what's going on, but I know Australia lost.
Yeah, mate, we lost.
I think it'll go down as one of those moments in sport that you'll never forget. You know how there's a few that you've watched?
Yep.
Like Aguero kicking a goal to win the premiership after like 3 different teams had taken it off Man City in about 2012. Don't remember the details clearly, but I remember that goal. Fuck, it was good. The cricket yesterday,
Yeah, it's right up there.
with about 2,000 people at the Gabba, was unbelievable.
I was just glued to the the couch.
Were you going for
watching.
West Indies?
I was not going for
I
the
was
West
going
Indies.
for the West Indies.
I was going for
1000%.
Steve Smith to make 100 and win the game.
I-
There was so much talk about how he's like, he's lost it a little bit. He's opening the batting. He's not, mate. He's like still the best cricketer in the world. He's averaging 60 nearly, and he's out there and he's dug in for the country. Everyone's falling around him. Shamar Joseph is just all of a sudden the world's best bowler.
Why do I hate the Australian cricket team so much? I said early on
Hate
in
that.
the
Wash your
innings.
mouth out. That is
I
disgusting.
I said early on in the innings, what would be a great result here would be for Steve Smith to be there at the end and to go out in the 90s and lose the game. I very closely came
You're a piece of shit.
to predicting what was
You are
going to
a
happen.
piece of shit.
Do you
Mate,
think it's just because Australia wins all the time? Like,
No,
I don't know.
hey, I'm here for winning.
Yeah,
No, we don't win it. We do win all the time, but we've played some pretty depleted teams.
I don't think they're very likable.
Well, yeah. I mean, I still
It's-
think you've got to be a patriot at times, but at the same time, it was also very difficult to not like what the West Indies were doing. They are the most they're the coolest team ever.
Mhm.
This guy is 24 years old.
If you didn't see it,
Shamar Joseph's 24-year-old. He's on his first tour of Australia. He's played bugger all Test matches. I don't think he's played. I didn't think
he
he
played
a Test
first class cricket last year for the first time.
match. Yeah,
Found him at like a car detailing shop.
and all of a sudden he's out there and he's broken his toe batting. So he's out there batting and he's had someone's hit him on the foot and he's broken a toe and he's woken up in the morning saying, I don't think I can play. The doctor said, come on, mate, I'll sort you out. Anyway, he goes out there with a broken toe.
Couple
He's,
of jabs.
he's clearly had a lot of local anaesthetic
Yeah,
put
and
in
he's
that
bowled
toe.
in the lead up to the tea break. He's bowled 8 consecutive overs. Then he's had tea break. He's bowled another 3. He's taken 7 for 63 or something.
Jeebus.
He is just rattling the
Bowling
wickets,
heat.
bowling gas. I think he took like 2 wickets. He went back to back. He took He bowled Travis Head. He bowled Cam Green, then bowled Travis Head. And after that, he went from bowling about 135 to 145. The adrenaline started pumping. He was just rocketing these thunderbolts in there.
Like bowling them all as well, like stumps out of the ground, celebrations every time.
Yeah.
I did see him run.
He did it
down
multiple
the
times.
oval.
Mate.
It was
carrying
just
like a pork
incredible.
chop.
And then anyway, it got to a point where it was, shit, Mitchell Stark's in. He got caught. Pat Cummins is in. He got caught. Nathan Lyons in. He went out. And all of a sudden, it's now down to Josh Hazelwood, who couldn't hit at the fucking side of an elephant with a tennis racket. And he's out there, and it's Steve Smith's on 88. He's knocked a couple around. He gets off strike. Fuck, he's taken a single with 2 balls to go. So he's had 2 balls to hit, basically get Josh Hazelwood out. Otherwise, Smith's back on strike.
There was 9 runs to get. So I think if Hazelwood survives the 2 balls, Smith just smacks 9 the next over. He just hit a 6 over before.
Oh,
Hit
right.
one of the great ramp shot sixes you'll see.
I think they had 2 balls to get it
Why
out.
was he ever getting off strike? Wouldn't you just like, even if it's
Well,
either
the idea-
bounce
I
or nothing?
tweeted this. I don't think Smith looked after the bowlers well enough. Especially like, to me it looked like he was trusting the bowlers to be able to bat. And I know the middle order didn't do their job. And I know Steve Smith was opening. I know he played well. I know it was great.
Yeah.
But he wasn't looking after them enough.
The way it works at that stage of a cricket match and in
Please let me
those overs
Please let me know.
is
Please tell me.
it becomes increasing. You need to find the balance between getting off strike and
Yes.
seeing the balls out.
Yes.
If you all of a sudden don't, like, let's say he's
I've seen Ben Stokes. The thing you're about to say, I've seen Ben Stokes do it multiple times.
Yep. You
where
have to
literally
take. You got to
takes
take a
strike
single off the last ball
or the second last ball.
Second last ball. Steve Smith was taking a single on
Third
the
ball.
4th ball.
Yep.
And giving him 2 looks at it.
But
That's too many.
he only started doing that when Lyon was there. Why wasn't he doing that with Cummins and Stark? They're bowlers.
Yeah, he should have. He probably went a ball too early, but if you leave it to the end of the over, they just crowd the bat.
No,
and
I wasn't
make you
asking
hit a
it.
shot.
I wasn't asking to left. He should have been taking more ownership.
Yeah.
Ben Stokes in it. All I saw was Steve Smith playing well.
Yeah.
But he was happy to let the other guys on strike. I think he should have just been like, absolutely at no cost are you going on strike until you have to, which I don't think he did. And they lost the game. And they retired early. They declared in the first innings, Australia.
Yeah,
What?
we did. We declared,
9
and Pat Cummins was on 65 not out and was flying. Anyway, hey, it was one of
good.
the
it
great
was
test
bloody
matches
unreal.
I've seen.
I love
I saw
watching it.
Gilly celebrating in the box.
See, Gilly was
Brian Lara
hugging
was
Brian
crying.
Yeah, that's good.
It was
Like
fucking
that.
They
awesome.
hadn't won in Australia for like 27 years.
1997 was the last
That's
test
huge.
they won in Australia.
Well done
It
to
was
the Windies.
fucking awesome.
Love that.
I got a pretty funny story about the West Indies. I probably can't say it here.
Oh,
It's a Patreon.
don't leave us dangling.
Patreon.
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 Patreon. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay
Love that
tuned.
a lot.
Fucking pretty funny story.
Hammer, you're going to be breaking some records this year.
Fucking oath I
Last
will be.
week we talked about sort of the plan.
Yep.
What, I mean, you said we did over under of 0.5, right? Of how many records you think you're going
I
to break?
audaciously said an over and under of 3.5 when I was thinking about it. And
This is Hammer Breaks.
Hammer
This is Hammer
breaks.
breaks.
And then all of a sudden the realization is that you're trying to break a world record and be the best at the world of 8 point whatever billion or 7 point whatever billion we are. Best in the world at it. So probably 0.5 is enough.
Okay.
And that's the line still. Yeah,
So-
I'm just happy with the line.
We're going to start this soon. It's not one of these ideas like, oh, we'll get to it at some point.
No.
We're starting this soon.
Soon.
We're getting
We're starting
I'm
it
going to start soon. It starts this week. First record breaking attempt is this week.
It's this week.
It's
Now-
not. It's not soon.
Well,
We're
that
doing
is
it now.
soon in the
Well, it is
spectrum
soon.
of
You're right,
time.
it is soon.
So there's 2 that I want. One that you know about and one that you don't know about.
Sure.
So we're going to let you decide. Now,
Okay.
why don't you tell us about the one first
Yeah.
that you think you can do this week?
Yeah,
We
the one
watched
that-
this on the show last week.
Yeah, the one where the guy is sitting on the balloons and popping the most amount of balloons in 30 seconds and a minute. I think we can do that with a bit more coordination than what that world record attempt had. I feel like I've got the squatting power. Have you seen my ass and quads to sort of get up and down off a chair relatively quickly with a bit of force?
The one thing I did think was, look, I'd realised that sitting on a balloon's going to pop it, but it's not like you have a pin in
No.
your pocket. You know, like popping a balloon, it's not just instantaneous.
No,
like you
it's
get to
not.
come down with force.
You got to come down with force.
Yeah.
What
You know what I
also the other parameters that I've been thinking about, you need to blow the balloon up quite well. Like it has to be inflated.
Blown.
Yeah.
If it's like a little
the
bit deflated,
verge.
yeah, it
On the
needs to
verge
be
of
on the
popping.
verge of popping.
Yeah. And
good point.
like we go to Red Dot and we get the cheapest possible balloons, right?
Of course,
Point.
yeah.
I
gotcha.
wonder if there's, well, I mean, we're going to just try and break this without Guinness
Yeah.
World Record
That's right.
clarification.
Yeah, so I need to hit that first. Once I know that I can do it, then we'll call Guinness.
Okay. This is another one I want to throw at you that's a potential that I think is very gettable
Throw
for
it
you.
at me and I'll see if I can catch
Much
it.
longer time frame needed.
Have we got a picture or footage of this?
There's no footage, but I have a
I hope there's
screenshot
not footage because I know what this is.
of
and
the article.
It's very boring.
So this is from
Okay.
a woman named Adrienne Long. Okay, and she broke the Guinness World Record for something that happened for more than 10 hours. You have
How
to
long
do
did she do it
something, for 10 hours. So
Wow.
the previous record was 8 hours, 8 hours 15 minutes. This lady did something for 10 hours and 5 minutes. Okay, hugging a tree.
Fucking hell.
So this doesn't require any skill. It just requires a
Oh,
shit ton of patience.
Is her arms linked?
Yeah.
Like you've got a photo here. Is
There
her
you go,
arms?
Hammer. Like it's it's not the thickest
I don't
branch.
know why, but she just looks so uninterested in what she's doing. She's
The great thing about this is that
she's just standing holding a potty tray.
and she's in activewear, so she's dressed ready for the
There-
occasion.
There's no one there. She's just standing in the middle of a forest
Next to a lake. Yeah.
That
Hugging a tree for 10 hours.
That's grim.
What do you think about that?
I just don't think there's any good content out of that. Like Hammer's just gonna stand there, hold a tree, we'll
Yep.
get a stopwatch, and then we'll stop it in 10.5 hours.
that is one that would like. I'll do that at some point.
I think it's a gettable one, and we could shelve that for some point.
I will break that
2024 for
record.
Hammer breaks.
I think it would be one of those ones where you just have to call the Guinness people straight away, and I just have to
You can't test that out.
can't do that
I'd be
twice.
like, I'm doing it today, so get on down.
There's no level of physical or mental hardship with that.
10 hours isn't long.
No, 10
If
hours
it was
is not
3
a long time.
days, I would be like, that's
I wouldn't
that's
do it
not
for 3
possible.
It should be 3. It should be like
You should
weeks.
set. You have to set it and make it impossible to like.
Well,
for
no, I'm not
someone
going to
else
make it
break
impossible to beat.
Okay.
I'll do a 12-hour stint
Okay.
hugging a tree.
So 12 hours hugging a tree. We can
It's
check
not a
that
priority at the moment.
Not a
though.
priority,
So
but-
this week we're
No,
doing the
that's-
balloon challenge. We're going to Red Dot. We're buying the balloons,
Yeah.
pumping them right up. Team effort required.
It is going to need some team. It's going to be a team effort. Yeah.
We probably will need a team for Hammer breaks. If that sort of thing interests you,
Yeah.
if you want to get involved in some logistics of
Very happy
breaking
to
world
take-
records,
yeah.
please
Yeah.
get in contact with us. BackChat
Yeah,
on Instagram.
Did,
Yeah.
we did have a look at a couple of others that I think if we could get this big enough,
The community will grow.
I think we could get the Hammer Breaks community and just like blow the trumpet, assemble horn sounds.
Yep.
And,
The horn of Gondor.
and like Indy was talking about most people wearing a helmet in one area. It was like
Yep.
5,000 people.
We could do that.
If we could get this community to 5,000 and it's just every weekend. All right, down at Sunday,
Yeah.
this is what we're breaking. Hey, bring
Yeah.
your helmets.
Yeah.
Yep, that's very doable. And Hammer, you're the sort of
Hammer
guy
breaks.
that you would break the record, but you would sort
We
of give
break
the
it.
We would
contribution
break
to
the record.
the
Yeah, we would
to the
break the
team.
record.
So if you want to be involved in breaking records, hit us up. BackChat
I've had a lot of people message me with the same record about the fastest 9 holes of golf. It's like
Okay.
19 minutes. I'm not physically capable of running. So 9 holes of golf is like 4.5 Ks if you're playing perfectly.
Right.
5 and a bit if you're not. And like,
So it's like
I'm
a-
just not even capable of running that quickly.
It's like a marathon runner who's
Yeah.
good at golf.
Yeah. So can you like that one? Thanks for sending it to me. That will be a tough one to do.
I remember when do you remember when
Really
Rove
tough.
was doing that segment on his show where he's
Absolutely.
like, what the?
Absolutely.
Like, iconic segment of TV. Hamish is
No, I don't. No, shake
Okay.
my head.
people
Can
just
you-
send
can you-
things in and he would like show them to people and he'd just be like, what the? That was the whole segment.
okay.
I remember there was a thing because I submitted one on the back of like this child medication. It said cannot operate heavy equipment, heavy machinery or something, and it was like on the back of like 1-year-old Denizen or something.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And I remember going on the website because I saw it and it said like at the top, please stop sending us 1-year-old Denizen bottles that say you can operate heavy machinery.
The best segment on Rove was when they used to go to a random suburb and used to try and get people to turn their lights on and off.
That was the best.
You remember that?
That was
They used
so,
to just
so
have a
good.
camera set up pointing at a random
Yeah.
part of the community, usually like a hill somewhere. And they'd be like, if you're watching Rove, flick your light on and off. And they'd just be like people flicking their light. That was a segment. How good's that?
Bloody
Should we
good
do that
segment.
somewhere?
That's television.
That's
Oh,
great
yeah.
television.
It's television.
Uh,
Fucking hell. Wow.
in some sad news for you guys, we're going to get some footy stuff soon because things are popping off in footy land as we get
Aren't
closer.
they
to it.
what?
In some sad news,
Sad news.
this might be the last time the three of us get together in this room.
Wow.
There's been some big changes. We talked about it last week on BackChat.
I'm feeling sad at the moment, actually.
Yeah.
Goodbye, my lover.
Thank you, James.
Goodbye, my
This will be the last time we record in this garage. I'm pretty sure. Let's commit.
It's a
Right?
bit emotional, yeah.
I'm weirdly
Goodbye, my
aroused.
friend. You have been the
Yeah,
one.
great song, James, actually.
This is the last episode in the garage. Greatness from the garage. I think it's
Greatness
been
from the
coined.
garage, yeah.
T-shirt.
T-shirt coming soon.
We are moving out. I think we're moving some stuff after the show today.
Mhm.
We're moving this couch. Is this
Yep.
coming with us? Is this going to be a part of the new set?
Maybe. I think it will be. Look, we're going to be honest. It's going to be a bit of a hodgepodge for a little while.
Right.
Get everything over there. Let's just get started.
Yep.
Then we'll start to upgrade
There's
bits and pieces.
There's some things I really will miss about this this beautiful garage of mine. No air conditioning's right at the top of the list. Haven't had aircon for a long time. We got, of course, you might be able to pull the some of the extension cord into the set
telescopic.
here. Maybe we could put that across us actually.
Straight from NASA.
Yeah, look how long this thing is. Like it is just pumping out content. Look at this thing.
It's like a beer worm at the cricket.
Yeah.
So that is the exhaust for the aircon we bought sometime during the
That
summer of
thing heats up to
2022.
about 90 degrees Celsius.
Not the aircon.
No,
the aircon produces
the
perfectly
hose.
cool air.
The hose gets so hot.
Does it cool the entire area? No, not in the
it
slightest bit. I'll miss.
Well, you'll still hang on. You'll still live here.
Yeah, but
Oh,
these
yeah.
things won't be here.
Yeah, but you'll
I
still
won't be
have,
hanging
you'll
it.
still have access to the
I'm just
garage.
talking about things I'm going to miss from here, mate.
Of course.
The carpet tiles we stole,
Borrowed.
found.
Was given them without knowledge.
So we
Little
blatantly stole these from a building site somewhere.
No. We didn't steal them from a building site.
Dan doesn't like breaking the rules, but we did find these at a building site. I didn't know that they took
Dan Const, stealer.
them.
the thief.
We
Wouldn't
got
steal
those.
a
What are you
car.
boys going to miss? Like this couch, it's disgusting.
Do you know what I'm going to miss? Just the joyful sounds of your children playing in the backyard.
Yes, or hysterically crying upstairs. Like someone has to cut them out post. Oh yeah, there's timber floor upstairs. Sometimes you can hear them running around.
Actually, the number one thing I'm going to miss about this place, and if James could help me out with this, because it might set the scene a little bit. When we sit in here during the day and the garage doors open, just a little bit of airflow in, I'm going to miss glitches in the Matrix as random things happen that shouldn't in real society.
Like what? Tell us about it.
Like
Man with yellow jacket riding a scooter who has one leg that's carrying 3 dogs under one arm,
Exactly.
smoking a cigarette with the
there
other
was
hand.
there was a man
That happens.
there was a man who only had one leg, right? And he had that's not funny. He only had one leg. He had crutches and a skateboard. And so he had the one leg on the skateboard and he's using the crutches to just scoot past
Did he have the
down the
prosthetic
road.
on?
No.
Wow, incredible balance.
There was also someone
I've had families walk past with like full, as if they're walking to a 5-star hotel. Like we're in proper suburbia here. A whole family, all like not homeless, like all very well off. Like could have
Louis
been
Vuitton.
a bit of Gucci floating around in there. Just
carrying-
wheeling their holiday supplies down the road.
Yep.
Like we're in proper suburbia.
Yep.
There's no hotels around
Just a
here.
lot of strange activity which I'm going to miss, and I get a little chuckle out of
it's
from time to time.
You missing
Goodness,
anything? You haven't mentioned one thing. Don't miss a thing.
Well, I'll miss a few things. That board is going to... I like to sometimes mess around and draw things on the vision board.
The
You
whiteboard.
draw penises.
The
on
whiteboard,
everything
yep.
that's
Drew
inside.
penises, drew a
So you
massive
just,
shit on there
yeah.
one day.
We'll probably
I
be
drew a
taking that
toilet.
with us.
Yep. So I won't miss that because
The
that will
toilets.
come with us.
So we're moving into a new set. We are building a live show for you people out there. I think it's going to be Mondays and Fridays. I'm going to release that right now, a little bit of exclusivity
Wow.
for you. Mondays and Fridays we'll be going to at some point.
Are we still after people to help?
Yeah.
Anyone that can do any trade.
Oh yeah, and
Off the,
except
back
for
of,
plumbers.
off the back of our call out, we have had multiple.
Except for plumbers.
No, I
we
think
had, we had multiple.
No, we
plumbers.
got- we got-
That was
we got
probably the
plumbing.
main thing that we got.
we got plumbing, we got electrical, we
Yep.
got handyman.
People driving
Tech.
from flying from Jero to come down to help.
Fuck.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
There's some brilliant people out there, and we love
That's
the
huge.
sport. We are just gathering a bit of a list of things we need done, and we're going to
Yeah.
populate them. If you'd like to get involved with helping us move studios,
There you go.
it'll be happening in the next couple of weeks.
Let's talk some footy, eh? Goodbye to the garage.
I think so.
Hello to the 2024.
Hello.
AFL
Look,
season.
last week was a bit of a, hello, welcome back.
Yeah,
We're a
it
bit
was
scratchy.
yeah. I
A
thought
bit
so.
scratchy. We
Yep.
needed a bit of catching up. We hadn't seen each other for a little
Yeah,
while.
it's been weeks.
Didn't get through a lot of footy content.
No.
This
but plenty's
podcast will start moving more into football realm as we start moving closer to football. With something like, would it be like 70 days away, 80 days away?
Less.
Shit, it'd be
We're,
less
we're
than
at
that.
50?
50 days
yeah,
away.
it'll be less than that. I reckon I'm 66 days out from round one of Waffle or something stupid like
Right.
that.
Okay.
Very
great.
close.
So,
It'll,
I reckon
it'll
you'd
be
be-
here before you know it.
I reckon you'd be sub 50 days.
Excellent.
Mate,
I
in no
can't
time
wait.
we're going to be saying, oh, it's bloody March already.
Let's talk footy.
Let's
Let's
talk
do
footy.
it.
I'm going to close my laptop because it's burning my legs and my battery's dying really quickly.
I reckon it's fair enough.
Apple, what are you doing?
Great.
Something's
Take
happening.
it to the fuck me bar. I bet you they'll be able to fix it. What was his name? Greg at the fuck me bar.
Boy.
There's nothing like starting the AFL season off with a bit of pressure,
Yeah.
Nothing like it.
which somehow Justin Longmuir has been launched into the stratosphere of pressure straight off the bat
Right.
with talks of Luke Beveridge being ready to take his job. if he's
Yeah.
not capable to
The
do
current
it.
coach of the
what's
Bulldogs.
happened
So
there?
what's the go here? Is this because of? I did read that. So it's Garlic and Bob Murphy from the Bulldogs. There's the connection. Is that sort of
Yeah,
what we're talking
right.
here, or is it the
That's-
fact
yeah.
that Longmuir is under pressure, given that they made finals and didn't make finals?
I think the connection obviously is the Bulldogs one, and then all of a sudden it's like they've expected to be the best team ever after playing good football for 1 year,
Yep.
Yes.
and so like they've had a little blip, but then again the blip could have been them making finals. So I
think
feel
it's-
like they expected it, they didn't happen, and all of a sudden it's just like fuck, let's just throw this coach out the window,
So
which I don't think will happen. They'll play well enough at the start of the year that it'll be fine, but
how long has Longmuir been there for? Like
4
roughly.
years?
3-4 years?
Like they pulled the eject button on Ross Lyon. Correct?
Yep, they pulled that.
They, see you later. They bought in Justin Longmuir. They didn't make final last year. 2 years ago was the first year they played finals under Justin Longmuir.
Yep.
And they just missed the top four into a pretty early period of what he's putting together at the football club.
Yep.
They have a regression last year.
yeah, they
Freo.
do.
It's
Yep.
pretty clear that they went backwards.
Yep.
I was quite critical of them, as I think as should have been done. It would be a backflip /
Oh yeah, it'd be
cut
a
to the
shocking-
culture of what's going on at Fremantle if you go and cut the coach that
It'd
has
be a shocking decision.
He's been in the club since 2020, and he's got a record of 43 and 43. So it's not like he's continually losing. He's not overperforming. It's just average. But
if
the teams-
Fremantle don't take big steps forward this year, like questions will be asked.
yes,
Fuck, imagine they get rid of JL and then Simo's just still there. Fucking hell. Imagine him sitting over there just giggling away.
what I haven't seen too much over here in the West about, and like this is with all due respect to Simo, I work with him weekly. Like they've taken a break on Adam Simpson on the back page.
He's
That's
dodged
true.
it. He's dodged that bullet. Harley Reid, they're all chips are in on him. He's dodged that bullet for a bit, I think.
I think because even if West Coast were 2-8 to start the season, right? I don't think anyone's going, "Oh, Simo's under pressure." They're just going,
fuck,
"Yeah, of course
he,
he-
Really?
he survived. What,
of course
was he,
he
what
bad."
were they? 1 and
they've-
10?
But they've they've
They
doubled
were
down.
1 and
Locked in.
18 and
So
something.
you think that's done? He's got his job until the end of the contract now.
Probably.
Really?
Because
Well,
wouldn't they have to make you'd have to.
He's contracted to the end of 2025.
It just
you
looks
just
bad.
can't-
It looks bad if they wait another 10 weeks. Well, then they should have done it.
If
At
they
the end
go
of the
0
season.
and 10, fuck.
New
mate.
CEO, they've got new everyone. The only thing they don't have brand new is the board. But like Don Pite, new CEO, I think if there's not significant improvement again, if it's the same old shit that's getting rolled out for
Yeah.
your footy club, Dan Const,
Head's
I don't
gonna
think
roll.
you're not going to be happy, mate. You're not
No, I
coming
won't
in
be
here
happy.
on a Monday.
I'll be writing a letter to the club.
Correct, strongly worded.
How did, just quickly, I've probably missed this because I didn't read the full thing. How did this info around Bevo being targeted by...
I complete hogswash rumour mill, like complete
Right.
out of the absolute bins of the earth.
And
Probably.
Freo haven't come out and said, please disregard this. This is bullshit.
That's a good point. No, I don't think they have.
I don't think they have
That
either.
you couldn't do that to every like
Every rumor.
opinion that's put out there, could you?
Well, West Coast did that a lot last year.
Yeah, they're
I
on the
don't
back
think
foot.
I solidly agree with West Coast media plan last year. I think they
No, that's
butchered
true.
that from pillar to post. If you can ask me how that went for them.
Yeah,
they had
butchered it.
multiple stuff ups across
Fucking
social,
plenty
across,
of blunders.
across like
Horrible.
he said this, they said this, don't say that, don't say that. This is what's happening when it's actually not happening. Like they had it.
Meanwhile,
shocking
every
evidence.
debutant for the last 50 years is welcome to the West. Fucking mix it up. Seriously. Change it up. Remember when Tom Browse kicked his first goal in his 100th game and they said, welcome to the West TV? He's been here for 6 years. Anyway, that's just a great.
I always like the happy birthday messages, and this isn't just from West Coast. And no disrespect to anyone that's had a birthday this year, but there's been a few names that from clubs that's been like, happy birthday, Jamie Platt. And you're like, who is Jamie? I didn't even know this guy's on the list.
Yeah,
Plato.
Jamie Plato. Stiff big.
What's he not happy with that?
I mean,
Is it
it's
about
just
is it
dumb
about you or
content.
is it more about the person? Like I like.
Do they do it with every single player?
Did you
They
see
do it with everyone.
GWS on mental blank here. Great midfielder, probably the best in the competition. Tom Green. They put him up, happy birthday, and they photoshopped his arms. This is in your territory.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like he's just ripped his. Have you seen this?
Yeah, he commented, he's like, what's going on with my arm?
Happy birthday, Tom Green, and they just cut him
Arnold
in half.
Schwarzenegger's arms.
Oh, can we? Is there a way that Jaiden? Can you find that, please?
It was
They made it
skinny,
bigger
right?
or
They made-
smaller?
No, they made it
Smaller,
skinny.
mate. And it's like, but it's noticeable, but also like it gives you a bit of a like.
Yeah, you
is
got
that
to
real or
double
not?
look at it.
Anyway,
That's good. I like those
That's
I
happy
like
right,
that
birthday
too.
messages.
When we find that, we'll give you a look.
So sorry to Jamie Platt if that person exists.
Shout out Jamie Platt.
Shout
Yeah,
out Jamie
Shout
Platt.
out Jamie Platt.
Sticking with Freo and Jamie Platt, Nat Fife took a hanger at Match Sim.
Yeah,
Get excited,
fuck.
Freo fans, because in
He's
Match Sim,
back.
he took a hanger.
Is it just me or
What's happening there with
is
the
it-
Match Sim like coverage here?
is it just me or am I the only one forgetting / not forgetting that Fife, but I think like how good he is sometimes gets forgotten. Is that?
Oh God, yeah.
He's won 2 Brownlow medals.
I think.
Well, not well. He has.
I know he has. I still think at his peak, he's the second best player in the competition.
Behind Dusty.
Behind primetime Dusty. Nat Fife's the next best player.
So now he does something good. Now,
Like, no one can do what he does. He's as big and
Mate,
strong
he
as
sat on Matty Johnson.
He's
I
as
think,
big
this
and
one.
strong as Paddy Cripps.
Do we have this? Do we have this to look at? There's my children. That's my child, Sid, if you can hear him. Hello, Sid.
There.
You need the original as well. But like, they've just you can see that here, actually.
Yeah.
That's Tom Green looking like he has missed bench day a little bit.
Oh, that is fucking hilarious.
But like the first pinned comment is Tom Green going, "What have you done to my arms?"
That's humour.
So then what does Nat Fife?
Do we get to see this Specky or not? This Nat Five Specky?
Nah, he just took a good spec.
He sat on, mate. It was a midfield transition play.
Yep.
They transitioned the ball. Oi, Nat and Sid, go upstairs. You know what's going on down here. It's the last time we get to say that to them. I had to do it while I was doing the podcast. So he takes a hanger in the middle of the ground on another midfielder. Like that's
It was pretty
exceptional
impressive.
stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive.
Well, I hope for Nat's sake, he's back. He's back, and for Freo fans. I want to see the league's
You
better
want
with
Freo fans to be happy.
the league's
Can we
better
put that
when
on
Nat
a
Fife's
social
good.
media post somewhere?
I want
I
the
hope for
fan.
Freo's sake Nat Five's back.
Yeah.
You don't believe that.
No, I do.
Okay, I
League's
like
better
that.
when he's good.
I like when you're in that.
Nat's a pretty
doing
good
that.
player, and he
He's a
sat
great
on Matt
player.
Johnson's head.
Going over to West Coast.
You know, Matt Johnson is a rapper.
What do you mean?
His rapping name's like DJ Mons or something.
Oh, here we go. Here's the hanger.
Oh, that's a pretty good grab.
It was in the middle of the ground. It was a bit. Look at it. Watch this vision.
Another angle.
Boss.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's
MC Mons or something.
MC Mons.
I could find one of his songs. He's got a song that he raps.
There you go. Harley Reid, on the other hand,
Best player in the whole world.
he's Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant wrapped in one.
Well, look. At this stage,
In
we don't know
match
how he possibly
in
could do
match sim.
better. Like, so we're looking at West Coast Eagles right now. They're young brigade of stars, led by
Harley Reid.
the
and
boy.
The boy.
No, not Harley Reid. Led by the boy.
Who's
Right,
had
let's get this
groin
straight.
soreness.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what's going on? Do we have any
Shagging
idea?
the house down.
So Harley Reid is the Prince of Perth.
Yep.
Yeah.
The boy is the king.
Oh,
Just so we know.
Yeah.
But as we've seen across social media and across the newspapers and across anything that you put your eyes or your ears on,
Yeah.
Harley Reid can't do anything wrong.
No.
I think we've discovered something when we couldn't think he could get any better.
Mhm.
He certainly has. Harley Reid's playing in the fucking backline, Hammer. Harley Reid at match sim
Wow.
during the week, best on ground for the first 20 minutes, playing off a half-back flank.
Fuck
Nick Dacos, eat your heart out.
Yep.
right?
Gun.
Remember we watched Nick Dacos and I just bagged Nick Dacos for 12 months about being a backman. Well, guess what? Welcome to the backline, Harley Reid.
Welcome. It's good to have
welcome
you.
with open arms to this podcast where we champion backmen.
Of course.
How much defending is he going to do? Who
None.
cares?
None. Get him in there. Get the ball in his hands. It'll be down there a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it will
Well,
be.
that's a good strategy by West
Yeah,
Coast.
it will
Put him
be.
around the ball.
Well, I mean, Harry Sheezer won the Rising Star from that exact same position.
That's
Doing
very
exactly
that's
that.
good.
Did Harry Sheezel win?
Shit it in.
What? Nick Dacos didn't win.
Rising Star. Nick
Oh,
Dacos
sorry.
won it 2 years ago.
That's right.
The Shees won it this year.
The
I'm
Shees.
an idiot.
You are.
Another guy that we love who's spending time in the back line.
We love the backline.
We love the back line. Nick Martin. Essendon, apparently.
Nick Martin, a
have
fucking
thrown him
gun.
in the back line.
Right. So Nick
Should have
Martin
been All Australian winger last year.
Nick Martin should have been All-Australian winger. Nick Martin pulled from the depths of the waffle.
Well, yeah.
No
trained-
one gave him a chance.
Yeah, trained on at West Coast. They
Certainly
said,
not West
don't like
Coast.
what we see.
Correct.
This guy's got
That's so
nothing.
bad.
Get him out of there.
He's a legitimate guy.
Best player ever.
Another something I'd like to
5 on debut.
I'd like to
didn't he?
reveal
5
something.
and 27.
hammer to you as well. I don't know if you were there or not.
I
feel like
wasn't.
you were there at the BackChat Christmas party.
I wasn't. I was on a plane to Melbourne.
Nick Martin made an appearance.
Hmm.
I'm not even
How
joking.
convenient that
So-
that was before the move to the back line.
Right, so Nick
Yeah,
Martin
understood.
should have been All-Australian last year.
Best
Can't
player
quite
ever.
get it done on the wing and in the forward line. Comes to the BackChat Christmas party. Did he come or was he just there sort of for about 10 minutes? Don't know.
Who cares? He was there.
He's now in the back line.
Now in the back line.
I think there's enough of a lead to say
Enough correlation.
Nick Martin, BackChat, backline.
Yep.
1 degree of separation.
Easy.
Can we stay talking back lines
Why
for a
wouldn't
bit?
we?
Right.
Because-
I think we're seeing a bit of a pattern here.
Seeing a bit of a pattern.
We're gonna love backman all year.
I want to tell you some big news, Hammer, that's happened.
Today.
Was it today?
Yeah, Isaac Quainer.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, Isaac Quainer.
IQ.
Isaac Quainer, 5-year deal.
Till the end
5-year
of
deal.
2029.
Because he's
Slap
got the
him
best
away.
rig ever.
Slap him away. one of the best one-on-one defenders in the competition, plays for the Premiers.
Yep.
I think there's a few around in media that don't like the long contracts. Isaac Quainer, 5 years. Happy with him on your list for the next 5, Hammer?
Yeah, mate, I am. Not only does he put bums on seats just because he doesn't lose one-on-ones, he's hot, he's got the best rig ever, and he is a gun.
He's a gun.
We
He's
love
a
him.
genuine gun.
So
I think we're trying to get him on BackChat as well.
off the back of the
Cool.
5-year contract, I had Nick, our producer, look at just some lengthy contracts. I was like, who's on big-time deals?
Yep.
Like, who's actually
Yep. The
getting
astronaut.
the years? If Isaac Quainer is a lockdown defender, is he not?
He
I know
is.
look, I love him. He's athletic, he's quick, he's all these things, but he's a lockdown defender.
Yeah.
Doesn't let his man get a touch.
No.
Yep.
5 years. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if that was going around the competition 3 or 4 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
Let me give you some of the maybe the top 10 or so long contracts.
Yes.
Astronaut.
Yes.
Yep. So
Clayton Oliver.
No, we'll give you them.
well, I'll give you. So
I was guessing.
Aaron Norton, the astronaut, 2032. Okay.
2032.
He's
Yep.
fucking stupid.
So what are
Connor-
they giving him? 10 years? That's all they
8
did.
years they go.
8 years.
Wow.
Connor Rosie.
Yep. And
Gun.
right?
Gun.
Brownlow, like he was
He's a
floating
gun.
around the Brownlow this
Yeah,
year.
gun.
Yeah.
He almost won it, didn't he?
Till
He very nearly won it,
2032.
yeah. Gun.
Till 20. We almost willed that in at the paddock.
Okay.
Gun.
Midfielder forward.
Okay. 2031. There's one player contracted until 2031. Nick Blakey, the Lizard.
The lizard.
The Lizard is third on the list of contracted players
Longest
in the
contracts
AFL.
in the
The
AFL.
lizard.
How does that make you feel?
Fucking. Well, I mean, I'm happy because he's a backman.
Yep. All right.
The
lizard.
The
Yep.
lizard absolutely sets and forgets in there. 2031, lock him away. Don't even
Nice.
worry about
The
it.
lizard.
You won't see him in the gym
No
working on
way.
his shoulders because he's got none.
There's 4 players here listed
Slithering
until
around like a wizard.
2030. Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, other than these guys here, I've already listed.
Petrarca?
Clayton Oliver.
Clayton Oliver, yep.
Yep.
Do you think? How do they think they're feeling about that?
Horrible.
I don't think they're
He
feeling
is still a
great about
fucking gun, though. He'll get
Yeah.
himself right and he'll
Absolutely.
dominate. Clayton Oliver would be one. Who would be
Josh
the-
Dacos.
Josh Dacos is
Josh
another one.
Dacos.
Is Nick Dacos
Is that combined
also-
with Nick's?
It
Like,
just
do they
says-
just got them together?
it
Does it
just-
just say the Dacos brothers?
Nick Dacos is contracted till 2029, so a year earlier.
Wow, a year shy of Josh.
Yep.
I wonder if
And
Josh
who's the
would
other
be
one?
happy about
Is
that.
it
There's 2 more.
Zach Butters?
Brennan Cox.
Brendan
Cox.
Cox.
Fremantle.
Backman.
Yep.
I mean, Backman.
Yep.
Great. Love that. Backman. Great.
And Nick, the producer, has rattled me now. It's Harry Mackay.
That's right.
He
Oh,
kept
yeah.
saying Harry Mackay earlier.
Certainly not.
Lodged it in my brain.
Harry
Mackay.
Mackay.
So forward, Carlton.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I mean, is Charlie must be around there?
Charlie would be-
Is Harry on more than Charlie? Apparently.
Charlie's till 2029.
That's a lot of big contracts.
Okay.
But you know who's also 2029? His brother Ben.
There you go.
Right. So he's a backman.
He's a backman.
There's a lot of backmen getting extended out here. Was it Ben Mackay?
Well, how many good solid backs are there in the...
One more name.
Lizard.
One more.
Harry Himmelberg's in there.
One more for you. 2029.
He's a forward now.
Jack Payne.
Excuse me.
Jack
Jack
Payne.
Payne's signed till 2029.
Yeah.
Jackson Payne
Yep.
from
From Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Yeah. He's a long contract. 2029.
I'll tell you what.
Do you know why?
No.
Because he's an absolute fucking superstar that gets the job done every week. Is that
Yep.
why?
That's absolutely
Is that
correct.
right?
They
Because
don't
you got to
grow on
lock him in.
trees, good backman.
They don't.
So of the top 7 longest contracted AFL players, are 4 of them
big
backmen.
backs, yeah.
Yep, that's correct.
You watch GWS give Sam Taylor and Jack Buckley
How
a
long's Jack Buckley got
15-year
left?
deal.
What, is he up for contract?
I think he's got 2 more years, maybe 1 more year left.
Our contracted player for this year, of course,
We'll
a
see-
player
if-
partner.
We'll see if we
Try
can,
and make that happen.
see if we
Yeah,
can
our-
speak. We'll see if we can speak to the CEO of GWS. I did flick off a text today
Mm.
to someone at the Orange team.
Yeah.
And I said,
padding.
no,
padding.
I said,
What did you say, Will?
need
What?
to sort this Jack Buckley sponsorship out right now.
Yep.
Please give me a contact and I will sort.
Great.
That's good.
Perfect.
So it's on the way, ladies
That's
and gentlemen.
nice.
On the way.
Get him a
BackChat
contract.
Backman of the Year 2023, inaugural, and hereafter the greatest backman ever.
Jackson
Jack
Payne.
Buckley.
There you
Jack
go.
Payne.
Nah, Jack.
So that's the
Payne.
Jack
backman.
Payne's-
And
We
Jack
bloody
Payne.
love the backman on
Shit, yeah, we
BackChat, and we're going to get around them a lot this year because they deserve it, and the AFL and other teams not. That's why they're locking them down.
BackChat
for long
Backman of the
deals.
Year will be happening again this year.
Oh,
We've
of
secured
course.
a sponsor. We have secured a sponsor, ladies and gentlemen,
Yep.
for the BackChat Backman of the Year. It's very exciting.
Very excited.
That is off the back of year 1, we want to champion the backman in this competition. But number 2, I do feel like my employer and one of the major broadcasters of our great game, Fox Footy, have just look. They haven't completely lost the plot. They've just let it slip a little bit, I think, from where the Golden Fist needed to be.
Mm,
and that
agreed.
comes mainly from having non-backmen run that segment on a great show, great TV, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm not
The
going
late
to shit on
great Danny
Fox
Frawley
Footy.
would never have let Nick Dacos be leading that award.
That's correct.
No.
And so we're going to...
We need to make it real
Did
again.
he win that last year?
I don't know if he won it. I knew he was leading it there for a hot
Jaiden, can you please look up for us who won the
Golden
Golden
Fist
Fist in
Award.
2023, please?
Yeah.
And if you're someone who is not a Dower operator, case
You're
in
right.
point.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
right.
I was
Case
gonna
in
say-
point,
yeah, case
BackChat
in
Backman
point.
of the Year
Yeah.
needs to be
Needs to
elevated.
yeah, correct.
So we do have a sponsor. I can't reveal just yet, but we do have a sponsor.
All right, we've got some really big news around AFLX that I'd love to.
I played in that.
What?
I played in AFLX.
Shut the
No, you
front.
didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Door.
I played AFLX. Had 3 shots on goal in about the first 4 minutes and missed them all.
Hang on.
What?
Hey, holy moly. What is happening?
Okay.
Well, this isn't what we're going to speak about.
This isn't what we're speaking about at all.
AFLX. There's a photo of me, I reckon, maybe shrugging off steel side bottom or something.
What?
Yeah, get up.
How have we never talked about this? Isn't like a scripted.
The
like,
very
let's set you
first
up-
AFLX.
Was this a Super Duper league?
Nah, so that was the year after when they got everyone in. This was the first year it ever got brought in.
right.
AFLX in Adelaide. Simo was like, all the young boys are in. So we all just flew over and had a dude's trip in Adelaide. It was awesome.
Okay, we need some more information on this. We're gonna have a quick break, and we're gonna come back and we need to talk about this.
So
AFLX
big news.
thing.
Is there other big news or is this the big news?
Well, this is bigger now.
Yeah,
Throw
sure.
out the other thing.
Okay, cool.
which we
there
will talk
has
about as
been
well.
links from West Coast to AFLX
Yeah.
this season.
We're gonna talk
is
about that.
A little
okay.
tempter. Sure. Stay with us. Fleet Network. If you don't know already and you would like to know, it'll save you money. It'll help your budget.
We'll
And
do
you can
those
get
things.
one of the cars that you want to get and drive around. I don't like cars. I just need somewhere to get from point A to point B. Fleet Network can do that for you while saving you money if you are employed by anybody.
Yep.
That is a qualification you need. You need to be an employee.
I'm one of those.
You could be an employer and it could help you, but employees, you go to Fleet Network, they sort your shit out, and then you get yourself a car, a brand new one.
Yeah, you novated yourself a lease and
And
you're away.
you literally just give it over to Frank and the boys. They handle it with
Everything,
your employer.
Everything. There's apps.
great.
You put expenses through there. They pay you back your money. It's all inclusive. You pay one fee for the month. So I don't know. You get down there. You get yourself an Isuzu car that I've got. It's fucking great.
The D-Max.
Yeah, the D-Max, Isuzu D-Max. You go, all right, here's your Isuzu D-Max. They say, here's the amount of money you need to pay a month. That's all we heard from you. That's all she wrote. There's the money.
Drive away,
There's
no
the
more
car.
to pay. Shit,
Well,
yeah.
there's some to pay.
There's obviously more to pay. It's an ongoing lease. That's the whole point.
You know what though? Last week I got my
Drive away, no more to pay until next month. You have to pay again.
I got my car serviced, so
Idiot.
I'm not with Fleet Network right now, and I'm
Yes.
working
You idiot.
towards getting a fleet service.
Yes.
When I got my car service, I dropped it off, did all that stuff. The guy was showing me all these forms. I was like,
Oh,
how much am
you
I going to
gotta pay
pay? He's
this,
like,
you
do you want the
gotta
extra
pay
$45? The oil thing. I was like, man, I don't know anything about this. I should just be with
Just
Fleet
bundle
Network.
it all in one cost and give it to
Exactly.
me. But yeah, pay this. You got to pay this. How
So-
about you send some money here?
Lesson learned.
Idiot,
Lesson
Dan.
learned. I'm going to call Frank and the boys.
Fleetnetwork.com.au to choose your next vehicle and leave the rest to their dedicated team of experts.
There we
Alright,
go.
That's absolutely mind blowing. Hammer, you played AFLX. Can
I
you give us
played
how,
AFLX.
how'd that work? So were you fast flyers?
this. I
What
remember
team
this
are you
now.
playing for?
No, so the way that it worked was that Fast Flyers and all that stupid stuff came the year after the inaugural AFLX competition.
Stupid. Great.
Yeah.
They they came up with the concept of AFLX, obviously to count up the Big Bash as like a short format version of the game.
Yeah, it went well.
Went really
Went
well.
really well.
The way-
Exceptional.
So the way that they did it was
Great memory.
they sent us they sent everyone.
Fifey's Flyers.
That was so the year before they did that. Every team had an AFLX team,
the Flames.
and we all flew to Adelaide
right.
to play.
So it's just West Coast Eagles.
West Coast Eagles. We all
Sure.
flew to Adelaide to play, and there was like, they just said, "Oh, fuck, sending anyone good." So they just sent all the young boys there, and it was just like a dude's trip. It was great. We
Can you
went to
bring
Adelaide,
up, bring up the picture, Jaiden?
and
check
like,
it up,
so
yeah.
I played a game against Collingwood.
Look at slick.
Look at
Look
me,
at
yeah.
Slick, mate.
90, 90 kilos,
You're looking
middle of
very
summer,
strong.
Shrugging off.
shrugging off Tim Broomhead, I think that is.
Tim Brewmed, like we all want.
Fresh haircut. So that was me on the I reckon I had three shots on goal in like 2 minutes and missed
Really?
them all. It was just like, it's a shit game, AFLX. It's fucking too quick.
No,
too
don't say
hard.
that. It's very good. I want it to come back. You didn't get to do like the walk in with, like your drip and everything. You know how they
No,
started
no.
doing
So
that?
then the next year they were like,
they fully ran it this year, and like they were trying to turn it into a product.
yeah.
yeah. And then anyway, next year it was like it didn't work. So they're like, oh, let's make it a bit more fun. And so they did like they did like an all-star draft, and they had their Fifey's flies and
It's
whatever.
so much harder to play because there's only 9 people on the court. Like you just end up one-on-one with people, and it's whoever can run the fastest.
You're also only like you can't mark if it gets kicked backwards. It's 3 seconds once you mark it.
Quick game.
Yeah, 7 seconds if you're having a set shot. It's like everything is just rapid.
So why did we start talking about this?
Because apparently West Coast have turned to the AFLX to improve their kicking.
So I found this. So, look, I don't want to shit on whoever wrote the article or whoever put that tweet out or whatever. We've been doing AFLX at West Coast
forever
since this thing.
Yeah.
It's just a drill. We do it as a drill.
Tool.
Right.
It's so hard. Yeah. It's a great drill because you put 9 on 9 on a field and you put out the full AFLX thing. And we've been doing it every preseason for literally 7 years.
It's just like very, very quick, fast football. It's taxing, it's transition. It's just it's in place of a running session.
And if you miss a target in AFLX, like it's very difficult to defend.
Yeah.
So you need to be really well skilled. You need to defend well. Like it has everything you need. It's like a mini game.
Yeah.
But it ain't new. Can tell you that right now.
It's not new. It's been happening since 2018.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I got excited thinking that the Fast Flyers were coming back. And
Damn it. What was the Lightnings?
One day.
The Lightnings. Who was it?
Thunderbolts?
Cripps' Cougars or something.
Cripps' Cougars. Did Selwood have a team?
Selwood's Heroes or something.
Yeah,
something stupid.
Anyways,
the flog
AFLX.
levels there have been matched this week by something.
Dangers, dingoes.
There was some like proper flog areas in the AFL. Just with
on
the
socials?
X's, with the X's. I've seen some of it on socials this week.
What's
in a
been
different
happening?
realm.
Which
Can
one?
I go there?
Yeah, let's
Go
go.
there. What's been happening?
Have you seen Tom Brady's in town?
Yeah.
Have you seen this? And like,
Oh boy.
He's tossing the pigskin with Lockie Neal at the bloody convention centre.
what, is your reaction like, oh wow, Lockie Neal gets to catch a ball from Tom Brady, or is it like mine? Like that looks like the cringiest thing I've ever seen.
He also threw onto Volk. Jaiden, can you give us
It would be as it's coming up. Like it would be pretty cool to say I've caught a pass from Tom
Not
Brady.
with Tom looking how he looks at the moment. It looks like he's had his whole face sucked off by a liposuction
Weird way to
machine.
put it.
Well, I'm telling you, mate. Like he's like, here comes
goes
Volk,
Volk.
the world champion of the world. Congratulations.
World champion of the world.
Caught one.
Like he's caught one. He's thrown a shocking arm back. Tom tells the crowd, hey, how about we see the Volk? Let's see what he can do. I know he can box. I know he can fight in the UFC. Let's see if he can catch a ball. I want you to go right down the middle here, Volk. Go straight down the middle. And everyone in the crowd starts going like, Volk, Volk, Volk. He runs down carpet with his RM Williams on.
Yeah, he's giving high fives to the crowd.
And then Tom Brady throws a bullet. And the Volk looks like he's absolutely petrified to catch it. Catches it. They've done that with Tom Mitchell. I saw Tom Mitchell doing it. No, was it Tom
Lockie
Mitchell?
Neal
Lockie
did it.
Neal.
Lockie Neal did it. Luke
Hodge.
Hodge did it.
Yep.
Oh, it's just a bit.
It's a bit icky.
Oh, it's icky.
I like
oh, boy,
watching the
it's
Volk
icky.
one. It just looks like, and no offense.
Oh, we've got audio now. Where was the audio in the first place?
I thought yours was better.
Okay, great. No, we don't need to hear it again. Don't play it again.
I just
think
like
it's
how
disgusting.
I just like how Volk. Well, not like. I think it's funny how Volk's like grinning like he's a little boy that's like caught his first ball from his dad.
It's also pretty funny that he could bash up everyone in there.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I shouldn't speak
Sorry,
negatively to.
Okay. So we were talking about world champions here.
Yeah.
Is that right? I have to be positive about them.
No, you don't.
Okay, great.
No, you
No,
don't.
it's
That
just
was
a bit-
that's a bit cringeworthy. I don't mind.
was a bit cringy.
I
It
also
was like
agree.
AFLX for mine.
AFLX is shit.
Just
Good
catch,
idea, poorly executed.
catching up on a couple more
I
things,
loved
and
it.
this is in the Brayshaw family now. We're gonna
Yeah,
get
great.
personal.
We missed
big
these last
weekend.
week.
We missed a couple of things. Firstly, I'll just need to please explain on a photo that
course.
was going around. So this is one of the golf photo. This
yeah.
is your brother Angus, and who's this gentleman here? next to
No
him?
idea. Just a random punter at the golf course.
He looks bloody
just a
happy for
random
someone
guy.
who's
Yeah.
got blood dripping down the side of his face.
Yep. So the way
He looks stoked to be there.
It's fucked. It was a pretty funny story. So the way Angus plays at Royal Melbourne, and there is the 8th hole of the East Course. The way that hole is set up is it is a dog leg left, so it's out and then a little bit around.
Yep.
The 7th hole runs that way, and then across the fairway is the 9th hole. There is like a big wall of trees that separates the 9th and the 8th hole, which blocks sound, blocks sight. Really tough to sort of see what's coming. It's quite a long way away, but Angus is a prodigious hitter of the Nurry. And has
runs in the family.
has just moosed this thing. Anyway, straight off the club face, he screamed 4. Everyone in their group has yelled 4, which is what you do when it's an erroneous tee shot.
Well, so it was going off.
It was going over the trees, and
Oh, boy.
there could have been someone on the other fairway, which obviously there was. So he shouted 4. And the group on the 7th tee box, they all ducked. So it was an audible, like people could
Right.
hear it. But given the fact that it was across the other fairway, this guy hasn't obviously heard it because there's trees in the way. It's blocked it. Anyway, they walk over there, and this guy is like, the whole group's crowded around this guy. This guy's just pissing blood from his head. The ball is, so Angus has probably hit this ball 300 metres. The ball has bounced 70 metres back up the other fairway. So, like, it's
Off
bounced
his head.
off his head. So it's bounced a long way away.
Oh my!
And this guy's just like bleeding profusely, as you can see, and like saw that it was Angus, like was fine.
Well,
He
he was happy to be hit.
by.
He was happy to be hit.
He's not happy to be hit by Angus, but like, hey, come on, let's get a photo. This will be hilarious. Anyway, the guy's a mad Collingwood supporter,
Oh,
and so he goes like, as they were there, he goes, "Oh, that a little bit of payback for Maynard, is it?" And like joking around and like. We're trying to get him, yeah. So Angus was like, "Yeah, mate, give me your details, and I'll sort you some tickets for the King's birthday game and whatever."
Wow.
But like the
What a
guy was
guy.
stoked. The guy was like, "Come here, let me get a photo. This is hilarious. I've just been hit in the head by Angus Brayshaw." Like,
Wow.
pretty funny. But yeah,
That's very
anyway, he
good.
made this guy piss from his face.
That's
All
very
right,
good.
let's go to your other brother, Andy.
Snee.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Are in order.
Congratulations, are in order.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well done.
Engaged.
Engaged. Yep.
Congratulations.
To Elizabeth Stock, soon to be Elizabeth Brayshaw.
Was there any funny like engagement story? Like, as in he like stuff up? Did he? I don't need to know the details. It's not really anyone else's business. Didn't like stuff up, drop the ring, got nervous.
Nah, not really.
Congratulations.
Cool,
Yeah,
calm operator.
congratulations.
So a bit of less pressure on you now. It's not like, oh, when.
No, God, no.
Hey,
The
less
only
pressure.
funny story was like they got it.
Probably
They
more
didn't.
pressure.
They declared
Definitely more pressure.
he bought it from Paris. They declared
Paris.
some designer stuff on the way back in.
Tax
Like
free.
they ticked the box. that
Tax
said-
free. Oh no,
No, you tick the box that says, "Do you have over X amount of dollars in your bag?" They ticked it,
100,000.
and they declared some other stuff, and that was just like, it's because obviously it's a secret,
Right.
And you know,
Oh, he didn't want her to know.
so no, so he's just like hid it in there, and yep. Anyway, got that one through. So well done, the
Very
kid.
good.
Well done. So we've sort of veered away from footy a little bit, which is fine.
That's fine.
'cause
Sometimes that
can do
happens.
whatever we want. But I want to go back to footy for 1 second because
I'm sort of in footy.
it's
Like Andy and Angus play
Both
footy.
of them play football.
Brady-
Tom Brady,
American
was
football.
throwing
Yeah,
to
he was
football,
throwing to
and he
the
was throwing to
college and-
footballers. Yeah,
Yeah, great.
Super Bowl's on 2 weeks.
That's
Kansas
true.
City and
San Francisco
San Fran.
49ers.
Quick shout out to Scraggs, Patrick Scraggs, or whatever his name is, Peter Scraggs, who's
sure he's listening.
correctly
Patrick
predicted
Scraggs.
the last 4 Super Bowl winners before the season started.
It's pretty good.
Like, and he picks the
winners
two-
or the 2 Super Bowl performers.
For a few of them, he's done the
Teams.
actual performers and the winner.
That's a fucking incredible effort.
He's done it
he's-
4 years in a row.
Yeah, 4
Makes you
years in a
question
row.
the
And
ability
at the
of
start of
time
the
travel,
season,
doesn't
he
it?
said the Kansas City Chiefs
At
are
the
going to
start
beat
of the season.
start of the season before week 1. He goes, Kansas City Chiefs are going to beat the San Francisco 49ers
He's
in
a
the
time
Super
traveler.
Bowl.
I'm going to look that up.
He's a time traveler. A bit like, remember that
Scraggs.
Peter
octopus in the
Scraggs.
2008
Yeah.
World Cup?
World Cup.
Ollie the octopus that would
Picking
just
the
like
winners.
move over and pick all the winners. That's fucking weird.
Basically the same.
This
That-
guy's Ollie the octopus.
So
I'm
anyway,
pretty sure his name.
back to
pretty-
footy.
Back to
Pretty
AF
sure his name
back
was
to
Ollie.
AFL. Silvani,
Jack.
Carlton.
Yep.
ASL. I don't know why. I keep thinking-
ACL.
ACL done for the season
Yeah,
before it even starts. That's incredibly disappointing.
It is.
Some other injuries going around. Campbell Chesser's injured.
No, I
Luke
think I
Ryan's
just
injured.
read in the break, Campbell Chesser, all good.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Ah,
all good.
there we go.
It's great news for West Coast fans.
Well,
If you have
I
it.
mean,
Liam Duggan went off with a knee injury today,
with a scare.
but he's fine.
They love reporting on those. He's on the
Very
floor. He's being helped off by trainers.
That happens sometimes.
Avoiding
We're
injuries.
hoping to bring you the truth to some of these injury little stories. Nothing like exclusive this year, but I think we should
Yeah.
break down a little bit what goes on. So, like today, it was a good example. Like,
So ACL, right? Done for the season.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty flattening for the whole team, not just
Yeah,
him,
you're
right?
disappointed. No question about it. It's just like it just sucks the air out of the place. It's like you don't know how to feel, especially when it first happens. Like it's a difficult one because you want to give the bloke enough space, but you also want to be there for him as a teammate. He's just his year's fucked. No matter what you say to him, get well soon. Like, oh, I'm not. It's going to take a year. So it's a tough one.
in the preseason as well, like you don't get an opportunity to play this year. You know, if it's a 12-month injury like that, there's no unless you're doing. How do we don't hear about Lars at all anymore. Lars they don't do hybrids anymore. Remember there was a stage where like guys were trying to come back in like 4 months.
Oh, from ACLs, yeah. it
Nick
was weird.
Malcheski
Yeah.
being one of those guys. I'm sure there was other guys.
Well, is that just a different type of surgery?
Mate,
Yeah.
So it's a 12-month. So I'm not going to break this down from a medical
We'll get
perspective,
someone to-
but
we'll get someone to do
basically
it.
It's
there's an
12 months.
ACL traditional repair
Mm.
where they take other tendons from other parts of your body and they latch them on and they try to regrow them naturally.
Yeah, right.
12 months.
Yeah.
Hybrids, they're pulling synthetic material and they put
Mm.
them they try to bond existing tendon to synthetic, and if you get it right, you can come back in 4 months.
Yep.
So guys can come back and play. So like, not
don't hear
that long ago, it was like, is he going to get Lars? Is he going to get traditional?
Right.
Now it's just like traditional.
Yeah. Remember when Joel Selwood come back from like a broken ankle in like a week or 2 weeks 1 year?
That
Remember that?
doesn't surprise
I remember Max Rook going to Germany for calf blood.
What a
They
star.
injected calf blood into him in like the prelim final week. I'm sure that happened.
I remember I had Max Rook in the.
I feel like they're tightened the restrictions on what you can do from a medical perspective.
I had Max Rook in the North Smith medal sweep in I think the 2007 grand final.
You sure it
And-
wasn't the first goal because he kicked the first goal?
No, I had it. No, because I remember I didn't have him in that. I had him in the North Smith medal sweep, and he started like a house on fire.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm fucking on. Don't think he touched it for the rest of the game. But and then like because I always got him mixed up with Matt Scarlett because they had the similar looking hair, and I was like, oh, he's done it again. No, that's not him. So pretty disappointing, but he was a good player.
Used to be Jared.
Jared Cook.
It was Jared Rook. He
Jared
changed his
Rook.
name to Max.
Did he?
See that? It
There
used
you
to be Jared Rook when he first got drafted. It was Jared Rook.
Strange thing.
Is that real?
Absolutely.
Why did he change his name?
Actually, it might not have been Rook. It was definitely Jared. Yeah, Jared. I'm sure it was.
Hated the name Jared.
Jared, you can look it up if you like.
Understood.
If not, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Now, tell you what.
Speaking of football,
Talking about sending the podcast free things, and we'll talk about it.
Just before, actually, I don't want to cut you off while you're talking about this. So I'm going to go before. Geelong star Max Rook had gone to Germany for a controversial miracle cure involving injections of calf blood and rooster comb extract.
Wow. When? It was in the prelim final week. Like, he was in
Calf
Germany in
blood.
the finals.
Really?
Yeah, mate. They were injecting roosters and calves to him in Germany. Do you think that'd pass the pub test
No
these days?
chance.
There's no way that's
No
going to
way.
have a line. That sounds
What's
so
rooster
dodgy.
comb?
I don't know.
I think they've misspelt cum.
Fuck.
Comb's the red bit on their head.
The comb's the red bit on their head.
The little
You idiot.
the what do you call it? The hair.
Oh, my God. Shout out to my mother. Anyone else's mother?
Sorry.
children.
I got to get them all out of the way before we go live.
Yeah, that is correct. I've given Hamish a bit of a just a talking to, so we've got to get it not PC and not live broadcasting,
Yeah,
but
it'll
just
probably
like
no more
probably
rooster.
doing rooster cum jokes.
Max Rook injecting calf blood and rooster cum.
So
They won
talking
a
about
flag. It would be worth it.
talking about roosters, I got these.
Wow,
I got this as a gift from the Game Day Legends,
Yep.
right?
The
Now,
Game
this
Day
is not
Legends.
a sponsored post. I'll tell you right now. They're not
Yeah.
paying me any money. They sent me free shit,
So we'll talk
and
about
I'm telling you whether I like them or not.
You send it.
We'll talk about it. Right?
No, that's
there's,
not a
There's
thing.
no requirement here.
That's not a
I did want to talk about them though, because what they are, they're made of stone.
Yeah,
I
they're
believe.
coasters.
Slate,
Ooh,
maybe.
yeah.
Maybe hand chiseled from the
Like Italy?
mounds of Everest. They've got like plays on them. So the reason I wanted to talk about it was because they sent these over there, the West Coast ones. So there's Matira Magic, and this is from the 92 grand final.
Oh,
He
okay.
takes bounces and
Yep.
kicks out a magic
Sheed
goal.
seals the premiership,
You know that one.
obviously.
Kennedy's match winner, the game against Richmond, which
Oh,
I
that
think
was
is
good.
quite a
Yeah,
bit
that
of-
was a fucking good
well, it's
one.
good, but it's a bit of a rare one to be pulling out.
It was a
tw-
fucking good game. One of the best
10
games
metre
I'd ever
kick
seen.
perfectly. from Liam
2021. Okay, it was a good game.
One of the
Is
great
it in
games.
West Coast top 4 moments that I have in my hands?
No,
Probably
it's
not.
not.
Lacrosse, surely not. This was his 12th.
Had
This
to have
is
been
in
his
2010. I don't know if it was.
12. Who's it against?
Carlton.
It wasn't his 12. He kicked 12 against Essendon, didn't he?
Anyway, I found this one funny because Ashton Hams gets a gig on it
Great.
as the inside 50. Basically, it's like a bit of a dot figure of what happened in the play. I said, these are great, boys. Thanks for sending them over. Could we get some ones customised for me?
Yes.
And they said,
Of
what
course we can.
what have you done in the AFL that we can customise for you? There's not a whole lot of, big moments like Kennedy from the boundary.
No, there's not.
I said, boys, I'm going to leave it to you. It's clearly what you do. You do it well.
Yeah.
They've sent customised ones over, and it's called. So, Lacrosse, surely not. Sheed steals the premiership. Kennedy's a match winner. Matira Magic. Will tries to become a hero. and it's the moment. It's the Cripps. It's the McGovern
to
Darling,
Vardy, to
Ryan,
Ryan.
all that sort of
to
stuff,
Sheed,
right?
Yep.
But it has me standing in the middle of the ground with a long, big line. Let's have a look if we can.
That's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough for you to
That's gonna
see.
be-
Oh, yeah. You get,
See
you
the
get an
line
idea.
down the middle there.
Yep.
With me just standing like a stun mullet. My famous story with
That's
I
brilliant.
single-handedly won the 2018 premiership by running off to Goey and not getting the ball in the middle of the MCG. The boys have sent it over. So I can enjoy my whippersnapper whiskey, my Shelter Brewing Co.
Brilliant.
On that. Do you reckon they could do one for me?
What would yours
What would
be?
you get?
me. So I took a mark, probably 30 out at the Gabba for my first kick and sprayed it and kicked a point.
First kick,
First kick,
point.
first point.
Undefeated in the AFL.
Undefeated in the AFL, so that would probably have to be in there somewhere. But yeah, I
Bit of a Father's Day present.
Yeah.
This one.
That's a good one. That's
GameDayLegends.au. That's how you get
Yeah,
it.
well
Good
done,
job,
lads.
boys.
great. Well done.
You send it, we read it.
If it's good.
Thanks to Leadable Cameras.
Yeah.
This is going to be a bye-bye. I'll just tell it right now.
Yeah.
We're not doing this forever.
Wow.
BackChat we are. Until we die.
Oh, BackChat we are.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
until over.
This
We're
segment.
95.
Wow.
Get a bit over it. Well, it started because, we needed content. We didn't have anything to talk about. Now we've got lots to talk about. And
That's true.
yeah, but anyway.
Well, then this is going to... Well,
Still
is
send
this-
stuff in.
Is this a...
No,
is
no.
this-
We did say still send them in. And like if they're really good,
The
we'll bring it
segment's
back.
dead.
we
The
will
segment's
read
dead.
emails if they're any good. But are we
Yeah.
saying goodbye to
Yeah,
this?
we're killing the segment.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
Alongside
You have been the one.
The garage.
and
You have been the one for
Rooster
me.
cum jokes.
who do
Goodbye, my
and
lover.
Adam Thorpe.
OJ Simpson.
Goodbye, my friend.
O.J. Simpson, yeah.
You have been the
Well, this is what
one.
we played this last time.
Yeah, because he allegedly killed his own
Okay,
wife. or something.
well.
Definitely did it.
Hey, he got acquitted, didn't he?
It's so hard
I am a dreamer.
Is this film clip the one where he like walks up to the mountain and he like takes his
O.J.
kid off
Simpson.
and then he jumps off into the water?
I don't know. I
O.J. Simpson
don't know.
stripping in the
Okay.
mountain.
That's James
Right.
Plump.
Yeah.
All right, this email's from Chris. So this isn't the last email ever. If you send us a bloody good email, we'll probably read it because we like interaction.
We just
with people.
may just read it whenever we like.
True.
You send it, we might read it
Yep.
whenever we like.
Yeah, that's a good one.
New segment. We should do
This
that.
second.
Yeah.
All right.
We're back.
This is from Chris. It says, just want to say how much I enjoy the pod and interviews.
Hey, Chris, that's
Thanks,
a great
Chris.
start.
Yeah,
You've
wondering-
started well.
Wondering if any plans for more Paddo nights. I missed the ones to date, but
Oh.
keen to get down for one.
Oh, baby. Chris, I've got something to tell you, my friend. We are planning some more live shows.
Nice.
So we've got the Shelter Footy Cast here at BackChat Studios as well.
That's
so that's
starting up very soon.
Mark Reddings and myself.
Yeah, Skeet.
Sometimes Hamish
Sometimes Hammer.
Brayshaw filling in
Yep,
for
every
the-
now and
for
again when I
us
can.
to make the show even
That's
better
good.
than
Yep.
we could ever make it. So between those two shows, we're going to be doing some live shows this year. This show, I think we need some events to have them around. So
The
Brownlow
Brownlow
Meadow
one
last year
was
springs
so
to mind
funny.
Very fun.
as something that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Do we have that at the start of the year? Does O round, what was it called? Round zero.
Round zero.
Round
Does
zero.
round zero, Thursday night, Sydney v Carlton or whoever's starting the year, does that bring a crowd in? Might do, maybe.
Probably not.
Anyway, we're going to pick some dates and we're going to be doing events. Is it at the Paddo only? No, just to tell you a secret, but it could be.
Wow.
There you go. We're sharing the love.
Yeah, respect.
Is it called Round Zero?
I don't know what it's called, but
If
it's
it's
the
not, it
dumbest
should
thing
be.
ever.
It
Why
should
not
be
just-
called Round Zero because that's cool. It's like Ground Zero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking when I said it.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I
Oh,
thought
no, it's called opening round.
Oh, God.
It's called opening round.
It should
and
be
then
called the
there's
Big
round one.
O.
Well,
Oscar
there's already
Allen.
one of them.
What's that?
Oscar McInerney.
That's correct, actually.
I like Round Zero. I think they should change
We
it.
like
Round
Oscar.
zero. Yeah,
We
we,
like
do
Oscar.
like Oscar. We do. Yep.
Which is surprising because he's a ruckman.
Yeah, I do like round zero. That's a really good one.
Okay. Tomorrow
We'll
on the
submit it. We'll
podcast.
Was that all the
Yeah,
emails
so-
that we had?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
That's
like
why
I
the
said.
segment's dead. That's why we're
If you want to
killing the
revive
segment.
it, send us an email. Hello,
Yeah, send us some good ones.
Send us some stuff, but it's dead.
Backchatpodcast.com.au is our website for this podcast,
Yeah.
but we also have backchatstudios.com.au, which is sort of an overarching look at what we do because we do a bunch of good shit.
It's an umbrella.
You can
It's an
find
umbrella.
everything. You can find merch. You can find episodes. You can
Everything.
find shows. You can find how to contact us. You want to sponsor us?
Mhm.
Not sponsor us. If you want to partner with us here on the podcast, if you want to sign up as a Patreon, you probably need to find that at backchatpodcast.com.au.
Just search Backchat Podcast on Google, and the
You'll
top
find-
two links are probably both
You'll
the
find it. Look
websites
for Dan's face.
because
Yeah.
of Mama Digital. Mama Digital
Yeah,
built
they're
that
good.
Backchat Studios website. It's bloody good.
SEO, they handle all of our merch requirements. Pretty much electronically, they look after us, which is difficult because we're a podcast.
Yeah.
Correct. So tomorrow on the podcast, we have something a little different. You know,
Do
we have mainly AFL. We
Actually
venture
don't
into
know.
a bit of cricket.
So don't worry.
We venture into a bit of what else do we venture
Swimming.
into? Swimming.
diving, kayaking,
Have we done
Boxing.
diving?
diving. Did I say diving? You said
Sounds
diving.
like Olympics. Sounds like we're delving
You
into
said
some
diving.
Olympic-
I didn't say
Olympic
diving.
Did I say
territories.
diving? Did I?
Yeah,
I don't
diving.
remember.
Well,
You
we
said
want a
diving.
diver. We want a diver. So if you're a
Stuart
diver,
Diver?
Matthew
Do
Mitchum.
you know who Stuart Diver is?
no.
He's the guy that survived Thredbo. There was an avalanche Thredbo
Right.
ski resort,
He
and he
survived.
survived.
Is he on the pod tomorrow?
No,
That'd be pretty impressive.
no, he's
That'd be
alive.
very-
He didn't die.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he was alive and now he's on the podcast, I mean, I'm sure he's alive, but to get on the podcast,
All right, let's
would be
get him
pretty
on. Tomorrow we're going again with double dipping into cycling.
Yeah.
So
Someone
we
said
have-
it sounds like Olympics. Well, it should. It's an Olympic year.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, that's what I
Jack
said.
Thompson, right? So he was in the pod a few weeks ago. If you haven't listened to that, go have a listen. Broke records for cycling crazy
Which
distances,
is great.
which is
World
great.
records.
But this time we have someone who's actually going to the Olympics.
Speak to a world champion.
World champion, Paris 2024. We've got a clip actually. We're going to play it now.
Me and a guy called Harry Larayson have a pretty big rivalry at the moment. I'm ranked 1 in the Kieran, ranked 2 in the sprint.
In the world?
Yeah. Last year I was 1 in sprint and 1 in Kieran. And then Harry's managed to snatch the sprint away from me. So Harry's 1 in sprint. Almost want to get into a bit of trash talk.
Well, you're next to each other when you start this race.
Yeah.
You're not
Drinks
on
his
the
own
other sides
piss.
of the track.
Yeah.
Little whisper out the side of the mouth. Hey, I'm coming under you, big fella. This one's going to be a slow one. I want to see you do.
It would almost be good to learn a little bit of Dutch. Just have a couple words to him in Dutch and he's a bit spooked.
Hey, Derek! Sprechen Sie dick!
Me and a guy called Harry Larayson
There
have a
we go.
Yeah.
I forgot that was sitting there at the end.
Sprechen Sie dick. That's human.
That's German as well.
That is German.
Oh, it's German.
Um,
that is just exceptional editing, Jaiden. Shout
Well
out,
done.
Jaiden.
So Matt Richardson, Australian cyclist, who plans to win 3 gold medals at Paris.
Never been done.
This year. It's never been done.
Never been done. He's going to win the sprint. He's going to win the Kieran. He's going to win the team sprint. Never been done.
Couldn't
That's
tell you
huge.
what any of those are.
It's this sport is.
I know what they are, but I couldn't tell you the difference.
Very
What's the
exciting.
Kieran?
So Kieran is they.
Who is he?
You might have seen this. Very popular in Japan. They ride behind a motorized bike for a few laps. Don't tell me exact details, Indy. This is for us to find out. 3 laps, I think. Motorbike pulls off. Shit show. It's a free for all. There's 8 of them going at it. And it's very physical.
How many laps do they have without the
Another
motorbike?
3. So I think it's 6 behind the bike, and there's 3 for the sprint. It's
that
an
it?
absolute
Yeah.
nuts.
And there's
Sounds-
nunchucks
yes,
and
nodding.
stuff.
Absolute. It's
3
absolute.
behind the bike, 3 without. That's
Right, so
fucking
I was
better,
right.
mate.
3 and
You
3.
know.
It's absolutely crazy. The team sprint is 3v3,
Fucking awesome.
and you start on opposite sides of the track,
I've seen that one be done.
and
plenty
then
of times.
you can see the split
Yeah,
screen,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they're
Split
racing each
screen's
other,
the
but you're
best.
racing
Yeah.
everyone else, and then single sprint,
Yeah.
you're 1-on-1. We just saw some vision of the single sprint.
Yeah.
You're 1-on-1.
How many laps is that?
It's 3. And
Wow.
you start from a standing start,
Yeah.
and usually sometimes the first lap, if they're trying to
Yeah,
jockey for position,
real
they
nice
go
and
real slow, up BMXing up on the top.
Yeah.
It's exciting. So he's trying to win all 3. So if he wins all 3, we interviewed him in
yeah,
January.
that's-
Everyone can suck it.
I would love. Yeah.
Basically,
I would love
chat.
any-
You know what? The rest of you
Richardson.
can suck it.
Listen,
I'd love any Dutch listeners to tell us how to say or tell. What's his name? Kieran, not Kieran. Kieran's
Matthew
the right-
Richardson.
Matthew. To tell him how to say, Harry, you drink your own piss. Hey Harry, I heard you drink your own piss. Say that in Dutch. Imagine whispering that to him at the start of the race.
Please.
That
send
would rattle
in.
him.
So this
Hey
is-
Harry, I heard you drink your own piss.
This is
what's the dude's name? fucking Harry, whatever.
Harry
John Morley.
Leveson.
John Morley.
Oh, John Morley.
Yeah, like
My
John
teammate,
Morley.
man. Back off.
This is the second Matt Richardson we're on the podcast. I think this is the first time we've ever doubled up with a guest, but one plays for Richmond,
Yeah,
one's a
true.
cyclist.
Correct.
So we're not having Matt Richardson, the footballer.
Yeah,
this is
cool.
the cyclist.
Yeah.
And this Matt Richardson's way better at what he does than the other Matt Richardson. I'm sorry, Richo.
Yeah.
Sorry, Richo from Richmond.
Yep.
This guy's
Fine, we've
well
already had
tapped.
him on the podcast. We can say what we
That's
want
fair
now.
enough.
We just
Say whatever you want. He drinks his own piss.
hey can we talk openly about the podcast for a second, like some logistic stuff? Like
course.
usually we do this in planning or whatever, but I was just going to throw it out there because I'm just looking down the run sheet. Right.
Yep.
Next thing we've got coming up is fines, which
Yeah.
has been a staple of the podcast for
It
some
has
time.
been.
Yep.
We're not getting rid of that, are we?
I'm going to be honest.
Wow, Dan, some honesty.
Fucking
I'm
True.
just going to be honest with you
Happening right
for
now.
a second. Now, some of them are good.
It's important to be
Some of
honest.
them are in there because you got sent in. Feel a little bit obliged to play them.
Sure.
To be honest, a lot of the time, I'm unsure if they're good.
Right.
They're funny sometimes. Do we want to keep it?
I
Do we
don't
keep
know.
fines?
It's not really up to us. Got to be honest.
Mm.
It's not really up to us.
Yeah.
It's up to the people. If the people would like fines to still be in,
Give
send
us
us
good
good
ones.
fines.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Otherwise,
I don't want to waste your time, Hammer, Will. I also don't want to waste the listeners' time.
We're not in the business of wasting time.
No. So, I'll tell you what. If we don't have any good fines, we're not doing the segment. Is that fair?
That's fair.
the reason fines started
Mm.
was we were raising money for charity.
That's true.
I think we need to recommit and refine
Yeah, good charities.
our power
Mhm.
and our sense of being and get behind a charity.
Yep.
Wonder
I
if
like it. We could do that.
Again,
Speaking of charity, I'm donating
just-
blood next week.
just
Are you?
I was gonna say
If you-
liters of blood.
If you are donating any
I'm
blood,
donating platelets.
Team
Oh.
Long Live Jace Nelson
Yep.
is still in existence. Talking about world records and hammer breaks.
Yep.
Just keep that on your agenda.
Yeah,
What's the most blood ever given in one go?
One day.
you're pretty close.
Yeah, actually.
Not
pretty
not
close.
for one person. That's like dangerous.
That's illegal, yeah.
You could.
Yeah, that's what I'd say about fines.
Yeah.
I'm glad we've had this discussion
Yeah, great to
for
discuss.
the people, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think, though.
Yeah, tell us what you think. If you hate it, just tell
Bring
us.
back
If
fines,
you love it,
bring back fines.
send good ones in. Let's hear the one that we have for tonight.
G'day, lads. And Schoey.
Aye.
Tom Stewart superfan here. Just wanting to fine Schoey $1 for disrespecting my man Tom Stewart on TikTok. Not good enough.
Right. So,
What did you do there?
with some context
I like
here,
Tom Stewart.
So do I.
I like Tom Stewart too. So on TikTok, I don't know what happens over there. Like, there's a
No,
lot of
it's a
people
whole
younger than
nother
me
universe.
listening right now.
Yeah, it's another
Including
universe
you.
TikTok. I'm on it just to look at funny things. I don't ever post anything.
Someone, a friend's daughter, right? She's 15. She said to me, "Oh, you've got TikTok," and I said, "Yeah." And then she's like, "How many followers do you have?" And I said, "I think we got like 30,000." She's like, "Oh yeah."
Wasn't impressed.
No, I wasn't
I'm not really impressed either.
I don't know.
I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know
down
what's
there.
good.
Nick, our producer, came put a phone in my thing. He said, "This is for TikTok," and then he said, "Rank these 5 defenders for best defender blindly." So I'm going to read you out.
Oh yeah, the blind rankings.
Yeah, blind ranking. I had to
Do you know who the 5 are?
No, that's why it's blind.
Yeah, but they seem like, do you know who they are right now? And
Yeah, so I can do them in order for you right now.
Just
see if
tell
you-
me, give me the 5 names, and I'll
Ooh,
see
this
how
is
close
good.
I get with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Um,
Don't give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 though. You just give them to me in any
I'm
order.
going to
and
give you
I'll
them
place
order. I got them in.
Yeah, same order.
Isaac Quainer.
So and this is current listed
See,
players.
this is yes.
3.
Luke Ryan.
Oh, he's very good. I feel like I got some better ones coming down the pipe. 4.
Jack Buckley.
1.
I'm just going to tell you, I had the same reaction. Tom Barras.
Okay, well I know that the last one is going to be Tom Stewart, so Tom Barras will go at 5, and Tom Stewart
Barras.
would probably go 2.
That's the Tom Stewart.
Yeah.
So what was your order then?
I knew
Jack
Tom
Buckley?
Stewart, yep, Jack Buckley, Tom Stewart, Isaac Quainer, Luke Ryan, Tom Barras.
So the only reason you did that was because you didn't know it was coming at 5.
Yeah, I would have put
I-
Tom Barras 2, probably.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I had the exact same list as you.
Yeah. So
And
you
I,
got
had
Tom,
and I had Tom Stewart at 5. And
so you
Riley's
just-
been a little bitch because he goes for Geelong.
yeah,
Riley's
so
my
you
nephew.
just
Riley's my nephew.
you unfortunately
Kind
copped
of
Tom
little
Stewart
short.
late in the pipe.
Well,
It
like,
hurts, but
as
yeah.
I said, there was no context to it. Like the best what? The best defender. There's a fair bit of context and those to go into that
Yeah.
question. Jack Buckley, clearly the best
Easily
defender.
1.
Yep.
Right? Tom Stewart, is he on like if we put him in the like he's all multiple Australian, he's winning intercept marks every second week.
Is it the defender? Like if
Yeah.
you were starting a team, which
I'm
defender
happy
would
with
you
it.
start?
I'm happy
yeah.
with Tom Stewart at 5. I'm going to stand by it.
Well,
Yeah,
there
I
you
love
go.
that,
I love all defenders.
Equally.
Yeah, what is it? What do parents say about their children?
Love them all equally.
Okay, that's
unless you name Jack Buckley, in which case you're clearly
You're
number
clearly
one.
the favourite.
You're clearly the favourite.
I think I'm also the favourite child, and that's known by my sisters.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Stick around for the Cage Patreon after Dan wraps us up
Yeah, I got a
for
funny
Hammer's
story
story
about
about
the
West
West
Indian
Indies.
cricketers.
Yeah.
Backchat.podcast.com.au/fines. If you do want to revive the segment, send one in,
Send us
please.
in, yep.
Be our friend. VIP codes on our Patreon, which we're about to get to, for all the following, our people that we work with,
The
that we
Cage.
bloody love in the Cage, the Whippersnapper Whiskey, Whippersnapper
You were
Whiskey.
rattled by this last week.
Was I? Yeah,
Yeah, I think you
it's
were.
out of practice.
You okay?
Yeah.
Margaret River Roasting Co.
Yep.
Shelter Brewing Co.
Is that right?
Fleet Network.
Yes.
No,
They're
Ted
powering
Release.
the
They're powering the
Powering
podcast,
the
of course.
Never Ted yourself a lease.
What have we got here?
You got
Leadable cameras.
Yeah.
You need a camera
You're
to go
rattled.
down and see Lydio.
Um,
Have they got their burger bar up yet?
They're very close to opening.
Understood, yep. Next.
really?
It's not a burger bar anymore.
No.
Whatever. Anyway,
That's
keep
stopped.
going.
Send us an email, hello@backchatpodcast.com.au.
Did you forget anyone?
Am I?
Schwimply?
Yes, I wasn't sure about that.
Schwimply.
Mamba Digital.
Are we
Mamba
simply
Digital?
going around again?
Don't know.
Mamba, Mamba Digital, of course, but most importantly, Fleet Network. They
Yeah.
power the podcast.
They do
All the
power the
others-
podcast.
Thanks for powering the podcast.
If you have a job and you get a salary, you can overtake yourself a lease. I'm actually not sure the ins and outs of it, but I think that's how it works.
Stick around for the Cage.